Baraka Halayan, La Yahal Bashimi Hawashai, La Harakat Kodash. Double honors to the apostles, bishops, and elders. Peace, blessing, mercy, and salutation to all the brotherhood out there teaching the truth and sincerity in the name of Yahal Bashimi Hawashai. This is Revelation 18, and I'm going to start at 7. How much she hath glorified herself and lived deliciously, so much torment and sorrow give her, for she saith in her heart, I sit a queen, and am no widow, and shall see no sorrow. Verse 8, therefore shall her plagues come in one day, death and mourning and famine, and she shall utterly burn. She shall be burned. She shall be utterly burned with fire, for strong is the Lord God who judgeth her. So, all the things that she's done, this place called Babylon, it's part of a blessing that, because if you have to have a blessing, somebody's got to get cursed, right? Because you can't have a blessing unless someone's getting cursed. Because, it has to be a curse to someone. Now, I might not be, correct on that. But if there's balance, it's safe to assume, because if something good's going on for someone, then something bad's going on for someone else. And at this rate, Edomites are getting those curses on them so bad, so that they're turning down jobs. They don't know what the fuck they're talking about, because the scriptures say wisdom shall be taken from demon. Those big dummies, those Edomites that always like to be right, but they're not. So what's happening is a curse is being lifted off of Israel and being placed on Edomites. Now, I'm just going on a suspicion, that I can get into it, but it's like a balance, because he said he's a balance. So you think he's going to take something off of the scale, a balanced scale? Because a balanced scale means there's two parts being weighed, and they have to weigh exactly the same. There has to be a balance in order for it to be a deal. And that is how you do business, how you're supposed to do business. So the deal is, everything has to be even. So, the Edomites were given, like it says, Job 9:24, the wicked was, the world was given to the hand of the wicked. If not them, then who? Because he covered the face of the judges thereof. And the Edomites are the only ones that did that. They're like, oh shit, they know that in 500 or 600 years, they'll be studying this, and all hell's gonna break loose. So they covered up the faces to subjugate you, to put you in slavery. Because if nobody can deliver you, there's no God to deliver you, then you don't have a God. And their God is winning, right? So you start thinking about that stuff like that, and it's like, man, you know, how did that happen? So when you really think about it, in the scheme of things, it's like, I don't want to say stuff like cosmic balance, but it's balance, right? It's one thing's getting put in place of another. It's like the Indiana Jones movie where he and this is perfect for Edomites, because it makes Edomites look like how they're meant to be looked at, presumptuous. He filled that bag up with sand thinking it was going to be the same weight as that idol, and when he made the switch it wasn't even. And then the temple started collapsing on itself, but in this time they're trying to deny slavery. They're trying to deny the theft of the land from the Native Americans and Mexicans. They're trying to say, and if you say something about their medical system, man, you get shut down. Because my videos be getting shut down. I had to create this other channel, Thorn Herald, and I've been busy on this channel, man. Staying busy. So they're just gonna find ways to get you, but don't let them. Don't give up, because if you give up, you're saying, "Oh, I did enough," and you never know when you did enough. It's not like a job for Esau, It's working for the Lord. So you have to be careful about that stuff. All of that doing favors is illegal, because you're there to do work, and that's one of those things that makes these people live deliciously. And that's modern day slavery, taking advantage of somebody at work, giving them honorary positions and no pay, and that's going on everywhere. So let's look up these words. All right. So in verse 7 it says, how much she hath glorified herself and lived deliciously, so much torment and sorrow give her, for she saith in her heart. And this is why you're going to get torment and sorrow. I sit a queen and am no widow, and shall see no sorrow. And that's you won't see no sorrow, because you ain't, even though you have evidence, it's her court system, the harlot. The harlot's being, in this situation, is Babylon, right? So that harlot that rides the beast is Babylon. And she's making up rules as she's going along. It's like playing games with the fucking kid. Like, the kid doesn't like the way the game's going, it's going to change the rules to make it go its way. And that's just how a kid reacts. So let's look up the word torment. So this is, and I'm talking to you Christians, this is what your God said is going to happen to Babylon, to the people in Babylon. So somebody's going to have to get this. And although it's talking about Babylon, the country, the system, the people that believe in that system are the ones that are going to pay for it also. So Basan Ismos, to torture, attesting by the touchstone, which is a black siliceous stone used to test the purity of gold or silver by the color of the streak produced on it by rubbing it with either metal. Torment, torture, to act of tormenting, the state of condition of those tormented. So you're going to be tried, and it's going to be part of the test. So there's going to be a culling. You know, people are going to get cold in this event. You know, and it said gold and silver, so that means that everybody's going to get tormented. And out of that torment is going to come out the pure silver and gold, which is the elect, right? Because remember in Revelation 7 that these are they that came out of... we can get it. Alright, so came out of that torture, right? That hard time, that trying. So, and verse 8, we're going to look up the word plagues. Oh, you know what? I just looked torment. So let's see sorrow, mourning. And that's just what's going to happen. So it's going to come to pass where there's going to be mourning. All right. So let's look up the word. Oh, plagues shall come in one day. And that's the switch of, you know, that's just, let's see. A blow, stripe, wound, a public calamity, heavy affliction, plague. Plague. Man. And death. Let's see what death is. Thanatos. See, in that movie Infinity War, Thanos was the main character, right? So he brought death. And that's what Yahushua is going to bring. He's going to bring death and let it loose. And then catch it back up. The death of the body, that separation, whether natural or violent, of the soul and of the body, which the life on earth is ended. Misery and hell. So, you know, that's basically it. So the life is going to end for Babylon. All right. So with that, I'm going to say Shalom.